friends, it's Arthur here from Other Miniatures, and today we're gonna be building next of my spaceships. I have a mess on my desk, don't worry, it was planned, it's the entire idea, of a messy desk. But yeah, let's start from this. This is gonna be my kind of a main thing. I'm thinking about making this 6-sided, but there is problem with the fact that it's not gonna be because of the fact that the pegs are a little bit wider. It's not gonna be perfect, but let's try this. So I'm gonna probably have to try every third one and then fill the gaps. At least that's what I'm thinking. I'm not mean every third one, every other one. Oh, sorry, I'm recording a lot of videos today. I just want to have a little bit of a backlog. So I'm a little bit hectic, I guess. And I'm gonna be honest, this is kind of a break from Gaslands because I did record so far 6 Gaslands videos. And the Peg Fleet, as a general idea, is a relaxing build because I really don't mind how it's all gonna turn out, because this is actually, even with those gaps, it looks freaking awesome. Oh yeah, but this is up front too much. Come on. So I'm gonna try this again. Just gonna need to add some more super glue. Then we're gonna try this. Let's do it like that. We're gonna have, so the wider part gonna be the front of the ship. Yeah, and it actually looks good as it is, which I'm surprised about. So I wanted to fill the gaps with the other ones. Let's just have a look if I just add them dry and see how it's gonna look like. It's gonna be even remotely what I envisioned. It's not exactly what I was expecting, but let's try it. Let's give it a try. There is no much of a surface to connect everything, so we're gonna be soaking everything in super glue. And if you hear like boom 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 noises, it's quite late. It is almost 11 at night, and my pub next door is having a party, so it's loud. But I have fun myself as well. Yeah, it's actually, now that I look at it, it looks better than I was expecting. Of course, those specs, the wood quality on the inside of them is just atrocious. Probably the painted ones would be more, smoother, I would say, but probably more expensive from what I remember, because when I was buying them on Amazon, those ones the cheapest ones I could find. Alright, so this is a giant cannon hull, yeah, and this is awesome and I love it, and it actually turned out much better than I was expecting. Now what I want to do, I want to add connectors, 2 of them, and they're gonna be longer one, and then we're gonna build something similar from those specs. Yeah, so we're gonna make like almost a catamaran style, where we're gonna have this main thing, and then we're gonna have a second one on the side, not too far away. But I think that if we're just gonna glue it like that, because there is no, well, I can kind of wedge it. Okay, let's try this. Let's give it a little bit of a cut, trim, to have a nicer surface, and see how it's gonna fit in between those two. Oh yeah, that's actually decent. And I want it to be about this long. So let's just mark it, and then I'm gonna cut it with the clippers. Okay. It's not perfect, but I can flatten this down. And I can start working on the second one. Yeah, I kind of screwed up. So no, this is actually, for me, it is still a Saturday. And I usually am extremely lazy on Saturdays, so this is a surprise that I actually am building so much stuff. And I think that I am motivated, like I said in one of the previous videos, first of all, World of Warcraft new expansion. I think it is either out or coming out. I haven't been following World of Warcraft for a while, but I would probably just jump in, you know, play for a while and then stop playing like I've been doing for a while now. But yeah, this is one of the motivations, and the other motivation is tomorrow I want to actually spend some time building Warhammer miniatures. So I want to add some more things to my what do you call this? To my Penal Legion army. Yeah, one of those things is a Chimera. Yeah, she is assembled partially. I still have to finish the turret, but you know, it's one of the things that I want to work on. And if I'm gonna roll out a couple of videos for myself, I may probably spend a little bit more time on the well, the 40k stuff. So yeah, I'm keeping myself busy. Surprisingly, I have a decent night's sleep instead of having nightmares. So yeah, it's another bonus to me. And I'm gonna try to do this as well, trying to use those little things. So we're gonna try to do this more triangular. Hopefully it's gonna work. If not, you know, who cares? We gave it a good old college try, yeah? Or whatever people say. I actually picked up this good old college try from the cartoon. It was, I think, Knights and Magic, yeah? Probably one of the, like, I'm not a huge mecha fan, yeah? Although I like big robots like Animan, yeah, mecha is not my favorite genre of fantasy to go for. But Knights and Magic mix actually mecha and fantasy, and I like it, and I stand by it, yeah? And I know a lot of people love Gundam, yeah? But I think that Gundam just went, it's just too much to start with it. It's quite decent anime, but yeah, Knights and Magic is for me. I'm hoping that they're gonna do second season. Yeah, probably Age of Spaceships or something. Not spaceships, flying ships, or something like that. It would be nice. But you know yourselves, anime tend to discontinue very, very quickly. And even the good ones are, you know, quite often just killed off because studio didn't make suspected 3 trillion yen on each single episode, and you know, if they didn't make 3 trillion yen on the episode, they will kill it. Yeah, that's my rant about anime for today anyway. So I'm thinking that I can fill this up with those little kebab skewer tinnies. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be okay. I can just cut them out on the end and don't even bother sharpening them. They're gonna be just fillers and gonna give this a little bit of a I don't know, wing look. Okay, so we have one. We're gonna just measure a second one. Roughly here. Nothing flew, which is good. Alright, that works. There's still some gaps in between there. And now, if I can just stock this in here. That's gonna give me, need to cut this a little bit shorter. That's probably too short, but let's see. Yeah, it's breaking apart. But if I do that, I can then put another wing in there. Okay, so let's add some more super glue here because this I break it off by accident. Then we're gonna add this. And come on, squeeze in. Now you are. Oh yeah, and this actually gives me a better connection point, which is awesome. So now in here and in here. So I'm not going to be filling up those little gaps. I'm just going to put another one of those little wings on the back. And this is too long, so I have to cut it to the size. Alright, so this is a decent, odd looking ship. I still think that filling up this little gap wouldn't be the worst idea. So just give me a moment. Let's clean this. Okay. And how long is this? About this much. Yeah, I never understand why the ends are so easy to cut, and then when you cut in the middle, it's always a problem. Well, I do understand the logic behind it. I just the density of the material and everything, but still, I wish it was easier. Now, is that correct? Yep, roughly. And now I'm gonna struggle with fitting this in. Because this is a different kind of teeny weeny, there is no support in there. So okay, and let's hope that the glue gonna penetrate and keep it in place. Now I have to figure out where is the bottom of this, and I think that we're gonna designate this part as a bottom and make a hole in it. Where is my hand drill? There it is. It is a hand step drill, but I think that the first one is pretty much perfect for this. Yep. So we're gonna put the base in here. Yep. And I'm not drilling too deep. Come on. Ah, it broke through. Alright, now let's see if that's gonna fit. Yep, it's fitting in. And yep, so we're gonna cut the base a little bit because it's gonna be too long. Yep, there's gonna be some searching to do. And now, where did I toss bases? Oh yeah, I know that I prepared them. And then I didn't know where I tossed them. Usual me. So normally I just take the, my knife blade and I just quickly wiggle the hole in, but I think this is a little bit easier to do, to be honest. Yep. And we have this. Okay. Now just tremendous amount of glue to keep it all together. Yeah, because when I use blade, I can make the hole tighter. So, okay, it is a little bit heavy on this side, yeah. So I'm just now this base ain't gonna work. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just make asymmetrical base, so it's not gonna be in the middle of it. And that should fix the problem. Okay. So this is like old Weiss hand drill from Games Workshop that I just disassembled and I put a step drill into it ages ago. Alright. And now let's try this again. We're gonna put that like this. Alright. So tiny amount of super glue, just a small lake. All right, and after I'm gonna clean up the bottom because there is, stuff broken up. This should be fairly stable. All right, so I'll be right back with the painting. So at the end I decided to just spray paint it all together. So we have a full coverage in black, then a blast of white from the front to give it a transition of colors, so we can see that frosting on the entire ship. And then, as a point of focus, where the light beams or whatever, digital beams or whatever weapons they are using are coming is, focused on the very front of the ship. So yeah, I think it is a fine build. Yeah, probably can be a little bit improved because some of the stuff, especially the pegs, don't look that crisp. Yeah, but other than that, it's a very nice build and I enjoy making it. So if you like it, please rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, family and whoever else wants to watch it. Everyone have a great day and take care. Bye bye.